Alrighty, welcome back to Let's Play Deus Ex 3. Now we are on our way to that random location that Barrett told us to go to here in Hengsha on a total long shot, and we're going to see, it's basically an apartment complex. We're going to see if it is accessible right now and who may or may not be in there. There are some security lockers in this area that I'm going to show off later on, but if you wanted to hack into them now, I guess you could if you have the right hacking skill, and there's some good stuff in there. So apparently, these guys right here in the special armor, these are Belltower officers, and Belltower is basically a private security force, basically police for hire. And they were mentioned earlier in the game briefly, but basically the Chinese government has them under contract to basically be the police here in Hengsha. So yeah, nasty business there. And there's a security locker there that I want to get into, but I'll do that a little bit later. That over by where that security locker is, oh, there's a Peps in there, by the way. If you wanted to get in, if you wanted to get that for a pacifist run, then go ahead and get in there. And right next to there is that little vent that I showed, and that's one way I like to get in there, because you have to sneak your way in here unless you want to fight these guys, because they're not going to let you in there because the place is being locked down. But the way that I want to get in here is by coming up here on the roof. And this is where I'm finally going to be demonstrating the silenced sniper rifle and its ridiculous laser sight. So go ahead and save real quick, and I'll be able to show you how ridiculous the silenced sniper rifle is with a laser sight, because you don't have to fight the motion of the scope bobbing up and down. So we can point it exactly where we want it to go and shoot precisely, just like with the pistol or any other weapon that has the laser sight. It'll go exactly where the laser sight is pointing. So we can do shots like that. Now, I'd like to do this encounter silently. That's why I have the silenced sniper rifle. I've done this before with the regular sniper rifle as well, and like I said, it works just as well. The regular sniper rifle is a little bit more powerful, but it doesn't have the silencer, and you can't equip it with a silencer either. So I took out those guys nice and quietly. Now, you can still use the scope. It's not like the scope is useless. It's just, to be honest, if it wasn't for this feature, I would really not like the sniper rifle in this game, because I didn't really like the sniper rifle in the original Deus Ex either, and that's because I just don't like it when you have to fight the scope with a sniper rifle in a video game. I like it when they're like in Halo or like in Rage, where they just work extremely well. And even in Gears of War 3, I even liked that they improved the sniper rifle on that, because I never used to like the sniper rifle in the previous Gears of War games, and then I really liked it in 3. And then in Binary Domain, my next LP, the sniper rifles are awful in that game with the scope, so I'll be no-scoping with them as well. But yeah, those are the kind of shots you could make with this thing. It's just ridiculously good. Now, I totally gimped up this encounter here because they're alerted now, but at least I'll get to show you guys the combat alternative if you messed up the stealth alternative. Now, if you don't have the tactical enhancement pack, like I said before, and you still want to be silent, then obviously the tranq rifle will be the way to go, because it's still long range. You just have to compensate for the decaying trajectory, and you also have to compensate for the fact that the guys can be woken up, and etc, etc, etc. But if you're not concerned about kills and you're not concerned about being detected, then the regular sniper rifle would be an excellent way to go here. Now, of course, if you're really worried about encountering these guys, you could always use the camo and just find your way to drop down through these guys, and because we need to get into that door right there. And so the other way that I showed off, where you could go around the side of the entrance there and hop in through that that vent over there, would take you underneath that staircase right there, and it would be very difficult to get up that staircase and into that door without being spotted. So the camo would be really nice there, and that's a nice. I like going in that way because it is pretty challenging to stealth your way up that way. But as far as regular combat goes, like just balls to the wall, gunning them down at the entrance, I really don't recommend that, but I do admit that it's possible. But it's just like, at that point, I really can't guarantee that it's not going to be Belltower guys coming from all over the city at that point, so really hard to recommend that method. But again, nice thing about this game is you can just play it however you want. Also like the kind of reload action that this sniper rifle has compared to the other one. The other one is pretty cool, but it's very futuristic, so alright, I think I've killed almost all of these guys. I'm going to take out the pistol just because I've been missing the last couple of shots with the sniper rifle. Like I said, I really gimp up the combat a lot in this game. I'm a lot better at it than I look, trust me. It's just the fact that I'm recording on this, you know, envelope-sized window of, or smaller than an envelope, I guess. This tiny little box of window on my screen here. So, like all the games, the gameplay suffers from me recording on a tiny little screen. So I think that's all the guys. So, one thing I guess you could do would be to stealth your way up into this point and then just Icarus your way onto the guys down there and kill them that way if you're going for combat, because the Icarus landing system allows you to use a stun attack when you descend and knock out the guys around you, and it also does not consume any power to do that. So let me demonstrate that real quick. So badass. Of course I hit the lantern things, which it doesn't seem physically possible, but whatever. We're not going to argue with the game. And like I said, these guys out here, that's where the tricky part is going to come in, because they're going to start causing chaos on the streets, and then all the civilians are going to be running around like, oh my god, don't kill me. So, yeah. Now, if you want to, I highly recommend that you salvage either a shotgun or a machine pistol from one of these guys, or just any weapon that you're not already using. A weapon you would normally want to sell, because we're going to need it later. We're going to need a disposable weapon for later. But in the meantime, I want to hack my way into this apartment because there's a huge Arrow ebook in here. There's actually a lot of good stuff in a lot of these apartments, and some of them are related to side quests, so I'll be coming back to them later. But obviously the main reason why we're here is up in the tower, so I think this is the one that has the Hugh Darrow ebook. Unless I totally gimped that up too. Nope, here it is. So yeah, we're moving right along with this. There's quite a few Hugh Darrow ebooks in this city hub as well, just like the previous one. And we'll be getting almost all of them here in the first visit. There is a second visit to this city hub as well as the first one. Oh, there we go. They've got a safe in here. And a lot of these places have safes in there, or at least something of value. This one is, of course, incredibly easy to hack. I'm not sure why, being that it's not really part of an objective, so I don't know what they expect you to be able to get in here. Just some money. Oh well, it was worth it. One of these apartments has some revolver ammo in it, I know. This one has a stop worm over here. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get inside the building here. Now, sometimes if there will be Belltower guys patrolling inside here as well, but once you've made it to this elevator, you're scot-free, you're good to go. And technically, alarms cannot be triggered here, so if you're worried about the Foxes of the Hounds achievement, then I say you can just run and gun towards this door and not worry about setting off an alarm. So that's what I did in my first couple runs, was just ran towards here. Now, something really cool is the you can do right here with the move and lift heavy objects, is the place to move these vending machines over and block this way over here, so we can get in and out of this area through the vents, and the AI guys are totally screwed over because they can't get past that, and they also are not smart enough to know how to crawl through the vents. So we've pretty much trapped them if we were to aggro them and them coming at us and we had to run away. But also I've managed to come up here before when the guys are already aggroed, or alerted, I should say, and just end up throwing the vending machines at them, and apparently that's a very iconic kill from this game. So I want to go ahead and demonstrate the double-barrel shotgun against these guys as well. Now, I equipped the damage upgrade on it, and I want to say that's going to make it significantly better than it was before. Because before I really didn't think it was all that great, but I may try to take this guy down real quick. Yes, that is a silent takedown. I'm not convinced. I'm going to go ahead and drag him away by his arm, bending it in ways that it probably should not be allowed to go in. There's two more guys over here. Now, something I didn't realize my first couple times is that that switch over there, that little monkey thing, will open a door over there, a secret door, but we don't need to get through there anyway, because the area we need to get to with that secret computer is just in that hole in the wall there, so I can simply just jump in through that hole, and that's what I usually do. But just want to show that off. That, oh dear God, that was powerful. Yeah, let's take out the last guy too, but most of the time I end up just stealthing my way past these guys. So yeah, that's the power of the double blast. And, oh crap, let's get in there. Yeah, it's pretty powerful. I should have shut the thing, because now they can get in there, because if I didn't shut it, they'd have no way of getting to me. But, yeah, if that thing was shut, they'd have no way of getting in here, but now that it's open, I'm worried that they can actually get in here with me. Wait for my health to slowly regenerate. I might be done using the double barrel for now. But yeah, these Belltower guys, the Belltower officers that obviously have no helmets, they're a little bit easier to kill. But some of them do have some pretty heavy armor compared to the guys we were fighting earlier, and some of them do come pretty well equipped. So more often than not, they'll either have just machine pistols or shotguns. So they're not that crazy right now. There'll be some tougher variants of them later on. But they are overall tougher than any of the other enemies we've been fighting up to this point. They'll be a quite common reoccurring enemy as the game goes on. So, and it's not really their fault either. The Belltower is not really the bad guys. It's just whoever's hiring them is the bad guys. It'd be no different for us. Some hacking software there, and we definitely want to get into this computer. That's our objective right here. So apparently this computer belongs to the hacker that hacked into that dude, the Purity First dude, right at the beginning of the game. So we finally traced him back here. And we're going to see what his identity is and where we can find him. This is actually where the required hacks start to become a little bit more difficult. But obviously I've got this thing down pat.
Get word to Pritchard, Malik.
Okay, so now that we've acquired that data, our main quest has now been updated.
Belltower's been brought in to arrest him.
Arrest or get rid of?
Either way, he found out someone was.
So now I can go ahead and loot these guys and then leave, and hopefully accept the rest of the side quests while I'm at it.
It's notorious in black market circles.
Had I thought about it more, we actually are going to have to backtrack here for one of the side quests, and I didn't really think about that at the time, but oh well. I'm just sort of doing this off the top of my head. I don't have this all scripted out with the exact order of which of these side quests I want to be going in. I'm pretty much just doing it out of memory, like, oh, let's see, can I go to this area in this order, and blah, blah, blah. So there is a few more things we can loot up here, mainly some beer. Let's go ahead and chug that and pretend like we're not hurt at all. Then let's not get our head chopped off by a ceiling fan and just jump right over those vending machines and head back down. Also, if you were doing a pacifist run, or for whatever reason you didn't fight those Belltower guys out there, you're going to have to deal with them again now. So the way I did it was, or at least making sure they're at least all unconscious is a good way to go, so that way you can avoid having to deal with them on the way out as well. Uh-oh, looks like two more guys are outside there. I can see them on the radar. There's not really any alternate ways out of here, though, so I might have to confront them head on. But like I said, there are good things to loot in all these other apartment buildings in here, but we'll be doing that later. Okay, I guess they've gone off alert, so let's just go ahead and ignore them, and they will ignore the bodies of their countless comrades that I've laid waste to behind them. Now you may be noticing in areas like this there are some characters called the Harvesters, which are a very conspicuous looking group of gangs. Remember them for later, they're not too relevant right now. But you can take a guess as to what they are and what they do. In the meantime, we're going to leave this area. There will be a weapons vendor that will appear there by that staircase later on, but I'm pretty sure he's not there right now. I've looked it up, and apparently he's somewhere else in the city right now. I just have not been able to locate him. I know that he's there by that staircase on the second visit to this level, though. Probably should have cut out that loading screen. I don't know why I left so much of it in. Oh well. Anyway, the place we want to be heading to now is the Hive, which is where we're going to be able to track down information on this Van Bruggen guy, this hacker. Well, that's pretty cool. This looks like a pretty happening place.
The Hive is a members only club, Lawai. Without a membership card, I can't let you in.
How much is a membership?
I gotta pay to get into this dive.
We've got a reputation to keep. Can't let just anyone get in here.
Just anyone with the money.
No pay, no play. You want in or not?
1,000 credits? I don't think so.
Alright, your business. You come back and see me if you change your mind.
Now, obviously, if you were feeling like playing by the rules, you could obviously just pay him and get in there, no problem. But obviously, you can tell there's got to be a way around that, right? And of course there is. And since we don't feel like playing by the rules, we're going to B&E this place. First of all, there's a big pile of trash over here, and there's some ammo somewhere around here that I want to pick up, I think. Wherever it went. I just walked right over it. That's where it is. It's just a machine pistol ammo. I just want to point out that it's there. Obviously, we can sneak in through the back, right here, behind this dumpster. And we don't have to pay to get in at all, and they will never suspect a thing. So, into the Hive we go to see what mysteries await.